Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pipsurf with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Thursday, March 11, 2010. Hope y'all having a great day today. And I'm just going to jump right into it. First of all, if this is your first time watching these videos, you're going to want to click on the link right above it that says if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. If you click on that link, it's going to give you the rules to the system. And you're going to want to go ahead and read that and learn it and really get familiar with it. And then once you do that, come back to these videos and they'll make a lot more sense, because otherwise if you're just watching these videos without knowing the rules, you probably will get lost, because I don't really talk about the system rules in the video. I just talk about how to apply it. So definitely you want to do that, and these videos are going to have a lot more value for you. But if this isn't your first time, I just want to welcome you back, and thanks for coming back and for sticking to the system. Hopefully these videos are helping you. And I'm just going to jump right into the update. I have my 15-minute, my 4-hour chart open. First thing, of course, is to open the 4-hour chart so you can see what it looked like. Our most recent trend change candle was for a downtrend, and that was back on March 8th. And at the beginning of our day, there were no new trend change candles. Therefore, our trend was down, and we were only looking for short trades. Now, if I move my chart forward through today's action, you can see that we had a crossover candle. This opened at 3 a.m. and closed at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. RSI was above 50 and stochastics were trending up. So this is a valid trend change candle. Again, remember that the trend doesn't actually change until the close of this candle, and the close of this candle is at 7 a.m. So from midnight to 7 a.m. we're looking for short trades because of that downtrend. And now after 7 a.m., since we've confirmed this trend change candle, we are now looking for long trades because the trend is up. And the rest of the day the trend remained up, and so after 7 a.m. we just look for long trades the rest of the day. Alright, so again, not too complicated, but it does get a little tricky when a trend change candle happens in the middle of our day. Alright, so now I am on my 15-minute chart, and this is what it looks like. And before I start trading, I'm going to take a look at my news events for the day. So you can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab, and it should automatically bring up the news events for the day, but it doesn't hurt to double check. Just make sure that today is the 11th, and time zone drop down bar should be set to your correct time zone, because you definitely want to have the right times for the news, because that's really all that we're looking for, because we don't want to be in the markets when news comes out. And remember, we're just looking for news that affects the UK or the US, because that's the currency pair we're trading. And really today we only had one semi-important news event, and that was the trade balance, which came out at 8:30 today. So really all I'm doing is just writing this down in a notepad, and you can do the same thing, or you can put some kind of alert or alarm on to let you know when the news is coming out, because again, you don't want to be in the market when news comes out. Alright, so I know when my news is, and I know that at this point, at the start of my day, I'm looking for short trades. So now I'm ready to begin my day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my chart forward one candle at a time and give you my thought process along the way. And hopefully the goal is to get you to start thinking the way that I think when it comes to trading the system, so that there's less discrepancies, and you know that you'll be trading the system correctly. And once you have that, then you can kind of branch off and trade on your own. So that's really the goal of these videos. Alright, so now let's move forward. And again, at this point I'm looking for short trades. Don't have news until 8:30, so I'm not worried about that. Alright, here I get a crossover. This is at 145. RSI is below 50. Stochastics are trending down. And MACD was positive from the previous candle and went to negative. So this is a valid entry. You want to enter at the close of the candle or as close to it as possible. In this case it's 49.60. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high at 49.87. And our nearest 0 or 50 level is right at 49.50, and that is only about a 10 pip difference. And if you count the spread, that's really not enough profit to be worth our trade. So what we want to do at this point is go for the same amount of pips we're risking to give us a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So you just take your stop, which is 49.87, subtract it from your entry, which is 49.60, and you get a difference of 27 pips. So now you just subtract 27 pips from 49.60, and you get a target at 49.33. Alright, and so now I don't have any news events, so I'm not really worried about that. Now I can just let my trade move forward, and I'm just watching it. Not much going on. and unfortunately we do get stopped out here at 345. The price just happens to hit our stop loss, and so we just mark that one as a loss. And again, it does burn to lose, but again, you just got to move forward and keep your head down and keep moving forward. Try to be as emotionless as possible, even though I know that's impossible because we all get emotional. So I'm still watching the markets. Again, at this point, I'm still only looking for short trades, even though the market is skyrocketing here. And it's 6:30. Okay, now at the close of this candle, if I look at my 4-hour chart, I will have noticed that a trend change candle has formed. It is confirmed, and so now from this point, my trend is up, and now I am only looking for long trades. Okay, so I got to kind of shift gears here, and I'm not looking for crossovers to the downside. I'm looking for crossovers to the upside. Okay, so it's 7:45 here, 8 o'clock. I know news is coming out at 8:30. Sure enough, there's the 8:30 candle. It does make a crossover, but again, we're not even looking for short trades, so it doesn't even matter. Again, no more news for the day, so I'm just looking for a crossover, and here I get one. This is at 10:15. RSI is above 50. Stochastics trending up. MACD was negative from the previous candle and gained value, so this is another valid entry. You want to enter at the close of the candle or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 50.37. So we'll put our stop at the most recent swing low at 59.91. And our near 0.50 level is at 59.50. Now here it's debatable because you're looking at about 13 pips of difference. If you count the spreads, some people have tight spreads, some have bigger spreads. Again, if you can net 10 pips after the spread is taken into account, then I'd say it's okay to keep it at 50-50. So it's okay to leave it there. Again, when you start getting into less than 10 pips after the spread, then it becomes really not worth your trade. So I'm fortunate to have a broker with a very small spread on this pair. I can't disclose what that would be, what broker that is, but again, if your broker has a very small spread and you can get at least 10 pips after the spread is taken into account, then I say it's okay to go for that 50 or 0 level. So I'll keep it at 50-50. And again, no news. Now if I'm in my trade past noon, then I will use my discretion to exit. So I'm just watching it. And again, my target gets hit at 11:15. Price does make a clean break. So what I'm going to do is move my stop to 50-50 and set my next target for 5100. And you can see that I do get stopped out at the very next candle at my target at 50-50. So again, not a big win, but it is still a win. But like I said, you just gotta roll with the punches and continue to follow the system as best as you can and as close to the rules as possible, because you gotta trust that in the long run it will keep you profitable. Alright, so that's it for today's update. If you have any questions, feel free to post it in the blog or in the forums, and I will see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes!